World War III's already begun. It began with the Ukraine war. And again, people have no idea about why it began, what happened, and what set it off. All they hear is from the mainstream media crap that they keep selling, the prostitutes, the media whores they get paid to put out by their corporate pimps and government whoremasters. And a contributor to Occupy Peace sent a very generous donation, and she said that your title of calling them prostitutes is incorrect. She said, because prostitutes, at least you get what you paid for. So here's the cover of our magazine back in 2014. The guy's not happy. It's the United States overthrow the democratically elected government of Viktor Yanukovych in Ukraine. Washington is driving the world to the final war. Here it is, by Dr. Paul Craig Garbett. So now World War III began with the Ukraine war. Now it's been ramped up with the Israel war. The United States and the UK, and I think you need an F and a C in the UK, they're the ones that just bombs away over Yemen. Once upon a time, there used to be a thing called the Constitution that gave Congress the only right to declare war. Hey, I'm the commander-in-chief. I'll do anything I want. All you are plantation workers of slave land. You do what we tell you. This is unparalleled what's going on there. When all else fails, they take you to war. What followed? The Great Depression, World War II. What followed the dot-com bust? The war on terror. Again, one of our top trends, of course, is World War III. Another one, again, all things are connected. Like the blood which unites us all, said Chief Seattle. One of our top trends is migrant madness, and I'm mad as hell. Why are they leaving? Why are they escaping all these countries? Because their economies are in the toilet. So now you have this migrant crisis going on. You have people fleeing because of declining economies. They're escaping lack of basic living standards, government corruption, crime, and violence. I'm saying this because the global economy is going down. Oh, you don't believe us? Oh, the World Bank came out on Tuesday and said Europe's going to have its worst year in 30 years. When all else fails, they take you to war. This war's ramping up. The only way that Biden's going to stay in office is with war going on.
Going back to Poland, I said, look for provocations in Poland. Look for the false flags in Poland, which they've been trying multiple times now. Every time one of these Ukrainian missiles falls down in Poland, every time a couple of farmers get killed by them, they blame it on Russia. They say it's Soviet-made. Well, it turns out they're Ukrainian missiles that are hitting. They're using false flag attacks. And now they're ratcheting things up with the escalation. They've got their globalist in power in the parliament in terms of that side of Polish government. They're having him arrest, again, members of parliament, fellow members of parliament. That's basically analogous to our congressman saying that I will arrest you even though you're a sitting member of parliament that's taken up sanctuary storming the presidential palace of Warsaw to go after these guys. And now for the first time in 35 years since communism, Poland has political prisoners once again. This is all directed by Brussels. And NATO is the military arm of Brussels. Everyone needs to understand this, that Poland is the eastern flank of NATO, which abuts Ukraine, which is the war zone with Russia. If Poland gets involved, they will claim that NATO is involved. This is the escalation that they have been seeking since 2022. This is the escalation they have been seeking to push what they think is going to be a regime change war inside of Russia, but unfortunately will actually be the the life change war in the United States and in the world.
And so if your goal is to maintain power, and if you think once you relinquish power, the problem with criminalizing politics is the people who do it imagine or know that it will be done to them. So once you start indicting your political opponents, you know that you have to win or else they're going to indict you if they win, right? And so they can't lose. They will do anything to win. So how do they do that? What are they going to do? They're going to go to war with Russia is what they're going to do. There will be a hot war between the United States and Russia in the next year. They want it anyway. I don't think we'll win it, but that's a separate analysis. But I think as a political matter, they need to declare war footing in order to assume war powers in order to win. I believe that. And I think the evidence suggests that's true. So if you're worried about our politics getting like even more vicious than it already is, and people being hurt in our politics, which is entirely possible, you should be worried about the prospect of an open war. We're already at war with Russia, of course. We're funding their enemies. So we're fighting Russia. But I mean, an open battle with Russia where we say we're at war with Russia. I think that could easily happen. I think we could Tonkin Gulf our way into it, where all of a sudden missiles land in Poland. The Russians did it. Our NATO ally has been attacked. We're going to war. I could see that happening very easily.
Prepare